everyone, this is Carolyn Lyon coming to you from my home office, and I was wanting to do a quick video here because I just done some studying with Eric Worre's course that I was involved in, and reading some of his information on his websites, and I really thought it was very helpful to me for 5 tips to building or identifying your brand. Hi, Margaret. Thanks for joining me. And so I wanted to hop on here and share that with you before I go make some supper. But anyways, hi, Pamela. Thanks for joining me. So the 5 tips for building your brand. Now, first of all, you know, the one thing they say when you have a business that you're trying to promote, or even just if you think about it when you're going online, they always talk, they meaning the professionals, always talk about having your social media brand so that people can identify with it. And I know that one of the things they said was first steps was to design your avatar, who your person was that you wanted to reach, who you wanted to talk to, and who your customers or your client would be. I struggled with this a little bit because I had trouble with figuring out who I wanted to talk to. Frankly, I talk to a lot of people. I have a lot of interests. I have a broad range of things that I am interested in, and so it was very difficult for me to try and narrow down anything that would identify one customer or one type of customer. And so I kind of struggled with this. Maybe other people have a very strong sense of who they are, but for me, I have 11 children, and they range in age from 37 this year down to 10. We have adopted children. We have moved around the country. So there's just a lot of different things. I've homeschooled. Well, we have kids in private school. We've had kids in public school. So, you know, I really didn't have like one thing that I was focused on. Hi, Yulia. Thanks for joining me. So when I was struggling to identify my brand, I just felt like there was so many facets of who I was, and I'm sure you all have the same thing, you know, that you are a parent, you're a child, you are a worker, you have all different sides to your life, right? So how do you identify your brand? So the training that I've done with Eric Worre, I thought was just really made it a lot easier for me to understand. So I thought I would share that with you today. So the first one is, rather than creating the avatar, the one thing that they learned was to actually know who you are. Hi, Donald. Thanks for joining me. And that can be a challenge, like I said, if you are unsure of yourself, or if you just have a whole lot of interests, a whole lot of things that you like to do and are interested in. But what Eric had said was, number 1, select 2 or 3 people that you really like online, that you would like to kind of do some research and model your brand after. Some people that come to mind for me, I really like Chalene Johnson, and she's got such an awesome brand online, I think. Ray Higdon I like a lot. I identify with John and Nadia Melton. But it's interesting, if you look at those people, I really am nothing like any of them. Nadia and Chalene Johnson have a very upbeat, bubbly personality, and in looking back on my previous lives, I didn't look very upbeat or bubbly. They both wear a lot of makeup and lipstick and pink, and as you can tell, I don't do that. So, you know, that was the challenge. But what you can learn from those people are, what are the things that draw people to them? Their consistency in how they present themselves. Do they talk very positively? What are their styles of presentation? What platforms are they on? What do they talk about? Are they talking about just how to do things? Are they actually doing like personal development and encouragement, that sort of thing? If you look at them, like I said, for the two ladies, they always look a certain way. You know, they've got their hair a certain way, they've got their makeup on, they've got their, or at the minimum, a lipstick. And so they are very consistent. They have, even when they're casual, they look a certain way. So by doing that, it helps me to identify, you know, those sorts of characteristics that make a good online presence, a good brand. Easily recognizable, easily identifiable. So then when it comes to me, what do I love? So what is it that you really love to do? What could you talk for hours about? What is it that you are have enough knowledge that you don't, you know, you have a conversation with people and you can be able to share things with them? What interests do you have? What kind of groups would you join if you were going to join a group? Would it be golf? Would it be swimming? Would you join a book club? Those sorts of things. So if you identify really who you are, what things that you like to do, what things that you are already part of your life, then that's the first step. The next step would be, conversely, what do you disagree with? What things are you really very, not solid, what's the word I want to say, that you are very adamant about, that you disagree with? So you know what it is that you are like and what it is that you don't like. So then you can identify kind of who you are in all of that. The fourth step is who you are in regards to an I am statement. It can be something like an affirmation or an almost like an elevator speech. You know, I am a mompreneur that talks to people about exercise. That might be something that Yulia does, because she, I know, is very much into fitness and exercise. Donald is in the real estate business, so maybe he would be a very strong partner with his real estate business that he's involved in. So, you know, having that I am statement that you could say to yourself every day to kind of reconnect who you are with what it is that you're doing, and be able to explain that to people real quickly. So you develop that sort of a statement to help you identify your brand, who you are. Hi, Anita. Thanks for joining me. And the last one was, who is it that you want to reach? Are you wanting to talk to high school kids? Do you want to talk to stay-at-home moms? Do you want to talk to retirees? Are you looking for people that want to sell their home? Who is it that you want to talk to, who that you want to reach and help and serve? And so those are all of the steps that Eric Worre had talked about, and I thought that was just really helpful for me to be able to identify the brand. Now, I don't expect me to start looking like Chalene Johnson or like Nadia Melton, but I really respect those ladies, because you know exactly who they are, and when you see them, you know who they are online and what they are all about, their consistency. So, hi Crystal, thanks for joining me. So just to recap, the first thing is to select 2 or 3 people that you really like, how they look, how they present themselves online, and identify their characteristics that you can use then to model how you want to appear yourself. The second one is, what are the things that you really love yourself, the interests that you have, whether it's cooking, fitness, family, you know, what are those things that really drive you? The third one is, what is it that you really do not like at all, so that you know you can kind of, sometimes it's easier to identify what you like by identifying what you don't like and you don't want to talk about. But then the fourth one would be the I am statement. I am a mom who loves to teach piano lessons, or wants to reach out and share the gift of music with other children and teach them piano lessons, something like that. Much more affirmative though. And the fifth one was, who is it that you want to reach? Who is it that you're trying to talk to and identify with and help in their journey? Because after all, that's what we're here for, is to help each other in our journey through this life, and be able to really empower other people to enjoy their life and so forth. So I hope that has been helpful. Appreciate your time. And if you are visiting and catching the replay, make sure you drop that in the comment section. If this is your first time for visiting, you can say so in the comments, and make sure to share and like my page, and just be glad that I'm very glad that you were here, and we'll see you again. Thank you very much. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.